Thanks for checking out this short video. Today I wanted to talk about some keto benefits. I get many questions from clients as well as members to my website about diet, about keto particularly, and also how it looks in my day-to-day life and kind of how I started it. Maybe some easy steps to get yourself into it. So you might have heard of some of the benefits of keto, but you still find yourself wondering if it's worth changing your diet. There's so many advantages to going keto, including physical health and weight loss and energy, mental clarity. So let's just take a look at a few of these. First of all, a really big one is that keto can reduce appetite. One of the worst side effects of trying to diet is feeling hunger all the time. And I don't even want to say diet because we are looking for lifestyle change. But if you're looking to put yourself in a caloric deficit, which is necessary to lose weight, then it is difficult to struggle with the feelings of hunger. When you're eating primarily proteins and healthy fats, you are satiated. That means you feel full, much more so than if you were eating smaller amounts of carbs throughout your day. So ketogenic diets kind of lead you to a point that you're feeling fuller for longer. It gets you to a point that you're eating 3 times a day. And eventually you kind of even work towards twice a day. That's generally where I land. Some people on a keto diet find that they're fine to eat 1 big meal a day. So that's a big benefit, especially for people, for clients of mine, trying to lose weight and dealing with feelings of hunger. Another big benefit is that it can also lead to a greater initial weight loss. Now this might be due to water weight loss. It might be because your body had inflammation that you did not even realize. And within a few weeks, before you know it, you've dropped like 10 pounds. This, I feel, can be hugely motivating. And sometimes it's just that first step that's needed to get someone to start the lifestyle they're hoping to begin. So the benefit of the quick weight loss on keto, I think, is really paramount. There's lots of studies that have shown a lot of health benefits to keto as well, like increasing your HDL cholesterol, improving triglyceride levels, reducing blood sugar and insulin levels. That's a pretty big one as well. Low-carb and keto diets can be very helpful with people with diabetes and insulin resistance. And studies show that cutting carbs lowers both blood sugar and insulin levels dramatically. So you might be able to cut back on medications that you're having to take. Of course, always working with your doctor. But what we see is truly food can be medicine. And we can be using food as medicine in your body. You may not realize it, but keto diet can be very good for IBS support. So IBS means irritable bowel syndrome, and it can have a lot of negative effects. Keto is beneficial here because it actually removes a lot of the foods that trigger IBS symptoms. Foods like the protein and the fats don't cause these IBS flare-ups, and that's actually kind of what got me into this diet and playing around with what foods were best on my gut. I've found that following a keto diet has led me to my healthiest and happiest place in regards to my gut health. Next, keto can offer steady energy levels. We're getting rid of all that up and down energy crash that you find when you're constantly taking in glucose. Becoming fat adapted, meaning that your body isn't dependent on a constant supply of glucose coming in from your diet, leads to benefits such as steady energy, a decrease in mood swings, always good, and like I said before, a decrease in hunger. You'll therefore find it easier to go longer periods of time without food. This is helpful for weight loss. It's helpful for stable blood sugar levels. And it's even helpful to try to work into periods of fasting, maybe like intermittent fasting, which can also be another way to get into a state of ketosis. Let's not forget about fat loss and muscle gain. Every single person I work with has some kind of combination of these goals. We would all like to feel leaner, yet maintaining muscle, lean muscle mass, which not only for the aesthetics, for the way we look, is so important for our health. A keto diet could and should include a good amount of protein, which makes it great for building lean muscle. Quite often, people are overeating carbohydrates. When you're following a keto diet, you're providing your body with just enough glucose from fats and proteins needed to survive. Running off ketones gives you a more efficient energy source and allows you to build muscle through protein synthesis without worrying about gaining extra body fat. So the takeaway message is that keto diet benefits are not only for weight loss and fitness, but they're also for overall health. Ketogenic foods are delicious, wholesome, nutrient dense, and health promoting. When you're eating more fats and proteins with less carbs, you're more likely to end up eating fewer calories overall because you're more satisfied and less hungry. What does a day of ketogenic eating look like for me? Typically, usually I begin my day always with coffee. So I love coffee to start my day, and I work intermittent fasting into the majority of my days. This feels good to me. I've worked myself up to this. I began with intermittent fast that ended at 10 a.m. Eventually, I was up to 12 in the afternoon. And now I'm usually sometimes between 1 and 3, just depending on my day, my work schedule, how much I've already exercised that day, that I first break my fast, or have breakfast, if you want to call it that. Usually my first meal of the day includes eggs. I love eggs. They're good on my stomach. They're good on my gut. I like the nutrients in the yolks. I often use like a mayonnaise, an avocado oil mayonnaise with my eggs that I might just put on them or mix in with them. I also have salad. I'll just make up a great big leafy green salad, and again, some kind of avocado oil or olive oil salad dressing that I've made or that I've bought but checked very closely on ingredients. If I want something sweet, I often enjoy something sweet. I might brew myself another cup of decaf coffee, and I'll have a little coconut butter, just straight up coconut butter. Kind of like a little dessert. It's so delicious. That usually would be fine until dinner. I mean, give or take. I'll have different foods during this time period, my first meal of the day, but usually there's some sort of eggs and salad involved in some way, shape, or form. Dinner in our house always begins with some kind of meat. So I'll look for grass-fed, organic. A lot of times I'll use ground beef because it's just very quick and easy to cook. Or chicken legs are very quick and easy, and in a family of 5 with 3 kids, a really good choice. We might just turn on the grill and do a steak or something like that. So we're looking for a quick, easy protein source that kind of sets the meal. And then from there, I'm usually, again, adding some kind of salad, or I might make up a vegetable like zucchini noodles that I would add or cook in some kind of healthy fat like ghee or olive oil. So just depending on the vegetable side dish that I'm putting with my meat. And again, sometimes if I want something sweet, there's a few different recipes that I have that I go to, these little gelatin cakes I make, or a shake I might make, again, maybe more coconut butter, some things like that if I want after dinner. And that's kind of how a typical day of eating looks. So don't think that keto is all butter and bacon and, I don't know, Wendy's burger patties. Keto can be a very clean style of eating, all based on whole foods. Make sure you like and subscribe for ongoing fitness and nutrition tips, as well as recipes and workouts. See you next time.